This is going to show you how you can run a GPT-like system without the internet on your own system. But more impressive, we're going to learn about how to do a RAG system on your computer. What is RAG? Well, RAG stands for Requirement Augmented Generation. Essentially, it is a way for you to talk to your documents, PDF files and such. This is based on an open source program called Ollama. Until recently, Ollama was only available on Linux and on Mac, but it's just now become available for PCs. So if you follow my instructions, you should be able to run it on just about any system. So what you want to do is go to ollama.com. Up here. You'll see here that you can now download the program for these systems. So it's just like an executable file. I've already downloaded it, but so you'll pick what operating system that you use, and it'll give you instructions for how to run these models. And then here you can get updates. Now up here you'll see that there are models. You can look at basically the featured models, most popular, and the newest models. I'm going to go briefly over these models to give you kind of an idea what to play with. Gemma is brand new. It came out about a week before this was recorded. It's from Google, and it's purported to be extremely powerful, scoring almost as good as ChatGPT 3.5 a year ago, and yet it only takes about 7 billion parameters, so it's very high performance. Llama 2 has been around since July of this year, and it came from Meta, and it is a very popular program. This is the 7 billion parameter model. Mistral is from France. This is a 7 billion model. This is a very high performing model, probably a bit better than Llama 2. Mixtral is very large. I wouldn't try to run this on most PCs. It's a very big model, and it basically is multiple LLMs combined together. Lava is a multimodal LLM, and essentially you can use this to look at pictures, read words, OCR, and with the right interface, you can upload a picture and it'll describe the picture. Neural Chat is Intel's large language model. Code Llama is also from Meta. This one is a version that is very good at writing code. Dolphin is basically a Orca derivative, which is basically a training set that's been combined with it. And you'll see a lot of Open Orca. These are all training methodologies to get better improvement. Here is a model that I really like. It's called Llama 2 Uncensored. Most people who work a lot with open source models, they prefer the uncensored models because they perform better. We all saw what happened to Google with their debiasing and how it basically forced the LLM to giving answers that were ridiculous. In these smaller models, the uncensored models tend to perform higher. Pi is a 2 billion parameter model from Microsoft. It performs very well. And then some of these other mini ones are also. So for applications that are quite small, you can run these Pi models. Now, there are versions of Ollama that run on the Raspberry Pi, as I showed to you before earlier. It does run on Linux, and those models will run on the Raspberry Pi. Okay, so you download this, and what you'll need to do to run is you'll need to go to your PowerShell and run it. And what you'll have to understand is that the Ollama is both a server and a client, and so it basically sets itself up as a server and responds. So what we want to do is you start with the command Ollama, then run, and then you list the model that you want to run. Now, first of all, we're going to see what models I have downloaded. So by doing list, I can see which models I have. So I am going to run, let's say, Llama 2 uncensored. So I'll do Ollama run Llama 2 uncensored. Now what it'll do now is it's going to load that model up. The model will stay loaded for 5 minutes. Then it'll eject that model. I'll show you who was the 16th president of the USA. Abraham Lincoln was 16th president of the USA. That's correct. All right, so we now have Ollama in the server mode. We do basically what we to do is we type /by in order to exit from the chat mode, then type Ollama serve, and we put it in the server mode. Now for the next step here is we're going to look at another download which is called AnythingLLM. And AnythingLLM used to be only available on Docker, but they've now created it as exe, so it's very, very easy to load now. All right, we want to go to the page useanything.com/download. This is, and as you can see here, you can download for the Mac again, either Intel or for the Apple Silicon, and then there's the Windows version. So pick the version that you want and then download AnythingLLM. All right, so I'm going to, I've already done that, so I'm going to bring up AnythingLLM. So we're now into AnythingLLM, and I need to set this up first. We're going to go up to this wrench here, and here we can give it your message that you're going to give to start. And okay, so you can set the appearance, the LLM preference. We want to go into this, and we want to go to Ollama. So you want to click this as your model. You can see here there are other choices. You can use OpenAI, which means if you have an API key with OpenAI, you can do that. You can do Azure's OpenAI, Anthropic's Claude 2, Google's Gemini, Hugging Face, LM Studio, which is another local one, local AI, Together AI, or directly with Mistral. You can use, but we're going to be using the Ollama, and as you see here, it already knows where the server's at, and I can now choose the different models that I want to run. And this one, I'm going to pick Llama 2, which was the one that we were using before. Save the changes. And then I'm going to close this. I'm going to go into my user area, and I'm going to say, what year is it? It's having to go through the process of loading the model again. But I wanted to show you, but we can have it do things like write a poem about orbital debris. Okay, not very long. Write a joke about AI. Why did the program go to therapy? Because it was feeling insecure and needed help. Okay, not very funny. All right, so now what I'm going to show you is how the RAG system works here. So what I can do is I can take a document and then I can feed it here, and it will then be able to read that document. So I just all I have to do is just go in and drag a document, and I'm going to pull this one up. All right, I'm going to now. I am now going to find that document up here, and I'm going to move it into the workspace. I'm going to move it into the workspace. Now, when I embed it, it's going to take that document and it's going to embed it so that the LLM can actually see this document. Okay, so I asked what is the SIBR, and it basically said the SIBR had passed this February, and that there's going to be other opportunities. That is correct. Now I'm going to say, please read through the SBI document and give me an outline for a phase 1 SBIR. So it's telling me what the phase 1 is instead of giving me the outline. Okay. Okay, so now it's finally giving me the outline. Now remember, this is running locally. It's not using the internet. And there's no charge for tokens. Okay, so I'm going to finish out here. I've shown you how you can run Ollama on your system, how you can chat with it without a user interface, and I've given you one option, which is AnythingLLM, that you can use to chat with it, as well as have it read documents. This program can also take web pages and it can summarize them as well. So this could be a very, very powerful tool. The more powerful your computer is, the larger and more capable models that you can run. This is a 7 billion parameter model, so it's kind of a lightweight. And as I said, Mistral is probably a better model to use than Llama. So anyway, thank you once again for watching Bite-Sized AI, helping you survive in an AI world.